This vehicle is the M36 Jackson. This is an American Tier 6 tank destroyer, and the map is Prokhorovka. I am going to get 3 kills in this game, and I'm going to get 2,900 damage. Just going to pause the game for one moment. We do a little bit of editing magic. Yay! And we're back in the game. Okay, so 2,900 damage is pretty good for a Tier 6 American tank destroyer. This vehicle is similar to the Achilles and the Wolverine, the M10. Similar. In general, it's a decent vehicle. You usually get good penetration. Let's see if it's upwards of 180. 160 is pretty good. More of an average is closer to 100. The issue is that the turrets on these tank destroyers, they turn slowly. And because of that, you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to kill this guy. And then your turret takes an hour to swing around. There's an Achilles. I'm sure you've seen on Wheel of Fortune, there's a famous video where the guy pronounces it wrong, you know what I mean? He was an Achilles heel, I believe it was. Maybe he says Achilles hell by mistake. So it's got good penetration, it's got a decent number of rounds. You don't need to fire gold rounds. It's Tier 6, you're going to penetrate everything. And then some. See, I'm blind firing here. And to get 2,900 damage, pretty effing amazing. I am looking that way because there's a piece of paper over there with the number written on it. So there's a bunch of M10s. There's the Wolverine, the Achilles, and then there's the M10 in the French tech tree, and then there's the Jackson. My grandmother would pronounce it Jackson. She didn't speak English, obviously, but she knew George Washington and Michael Jackson, so she would have called it Jackson. Meatball. Dude, there's a lot of enemy tanks right in front of me. And I got the penetration. Now, one thing is you want that gun. You want it firing. You maximize your DPM. What it is in game stats means nothing. You have to play with the gun firing constantly. And in this case, it looks like those vehicles are not spotted. Oh, you effing loser. That guy cheated. He's running a mod, predictive fire mod. He didn't spot me either. My team is advancing. Finally. Actually, they did it pretty quick. Come on. Come on. This is a vehicle that anything that improves the rotational mechanism, anything that improves, such as the improved rotational mechanism, would be a good idea for this vehicle. Sometimes the fuel consumable might make your turret rotate faster, and it might not. It's, I believe, on the batshit 155, the tier 10, I believe it does if you run the fuel, but in some tanks it doesn't, so you got to check. You check by using your brain. Use your words. Okay, this sucker's going to lose. He's just prolonging his pain. Oh, and I did gun mark this, I believe. Maybe. Possible I might have gun marked it in this game. Actually, I have gun marks on about 140 tanks right now. Maybe 20 are double gun marks. And the ones with the doubles, I didn't try to do it just from playing over the years. I'm going to get the single gun marks on all of my tanks. I've got like 300 tanks. And then I'm going to work on the doubles, and then I'll work on the triples. And I tell you, there's definitely some tanks where it's going to be hard. Wow, look at that. In-game it says 2,400, but I actually got 2,900 from the after game stats. This was the M36 Jackson. Got 3 kills. The map is Prokhorovka. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.